Good evening, one and all, to round 4 of the Starter Pack Championship here on Raceroom Racing Experience with oNiD Racing. 7 drivers currently out and about on the qualifying laps, just under 10 minutes to go. We'll hopefully see some wonderful racing tonight with what will be the final round of the Starter Pack Championship. 15-minute qualifying with 3 15-minute races with reverse grids for race 2 and race 3 as we like it. Top 10 reverse. There's only 7 drivers here, so we're guaranteed for lots of shenanigans for these races. But as ever, as loyal as you would get with a loyal dog. I can't. Why did that come out like that? I don't know
where you were going with that.
Know. Just like a loyal lapdog.
Leave the metaphors to the professionals, Aidan.
Leave the metaphors to the people who actually know how to use English language. That's fine. Good evening, Ben.
Good evening. I'm going full heel commentator here. Yes, we are not quite at the final round. We have one more week after this. We're at Raceroom Bridge, but we are at Sepang, one of the free circuits on Raceroom. They let everyone play here, so the drivers have no excuse for not knowing it fairly well.
No, absolutely.
These DTM machines, they like this track. It's with DRS and push to pass at their disposal, they've got plenty of power to put down those massive straights.
Indeed, they have indeed. Yes, you are quite correct. You still have one more week to go. I completely forgot about that. Blame what's happened with me yesterday because I'm still a little bit loopy, which we shall not go into details over the internet. Anyway,
that makes it sound much worse than it was.
It was just a day surgery, okay? That's all. It's even more worse.
That's all you needed to say. That doesn't sound any better. You're digging this hole deeper.
I have my JCB at the ready to dig it even deeper if I so wish.
Should we look at the qualifying times, Aidan? Bailing you out of this conversation very quickly.
Yellow Kovacs leading the way in P1, followed by Raiden Shogun, Stu Neal, Zach Silver, Alfie Beaver, and Darryl Wright, and our wonderful, ever so loyal Jay Middleton bringing up the rear.
He is pressing on at the back. Jay's yet to set a time.
He's all like, let's stick with him in that blue Audi, should I say?
Yep, he is. He drives them in real life. These are not easy cars to get around. They require a touch of finesse that Jay is not renowned for, but I think he quite enjoys the cars nonetheless. Even if he's bringing up the back of it.
So always someone has to finish last, and Jay is, I think, more than happy to always take that last spot. Dropping the DRS out that right hand, you see it flick back up as the hits the brakes into the hairpin. And he'll get on it again out onto the main straight. And I think he's got a lap on the board. He has indeed. 5 seconds off the pace, but nonetheless, he is there.
It's there. It's a lap. It is there.
Absolutely. Just jumping into the YouTube chat. I know YouTube, as I said, had a fresh lick of paint on the walls. Polar Bear, Speed, Fantasimo, Ben22 Racing, Paulo Grady is all in chat this evening, and Mr. Gregor himself. Good evening. Pleasure to have you all. Welcome and welcome.
Half the admin team's turned up to watch the stream this evening.
Huzzah! Loyalty, yes. Anyway, 6 minutes to go. Kovac still leading the way with a 1 minute 51.3, still not improved from his previous best. He's on a lap at the minute, or is it? No, he's invalidated that lap.
Honestly, I think it's going to be hard to improve on that. That's a very strong lap time. Especially around here. It is a long lap round here. But and these cars, most people fixate on those straights, but there's a lot of twisty turny stuff out through the back. It's a Tilka track. It's designed to make an F1 car work.
Yeah.
So it's certainly going to do the same for these.
Absolutely. Well, Janos will go into the pits, and Zach Silver has a spin just as I click on him. It's not commentator's curse, honest. Maybe a little bit. Alfie Beaver then, let's see what he's doing. On a lap at the minute.
Alfie's usually good for a fast lap. He's not quite got to grips with Raceroom yet. He is very much an Assetto Corsa guy.
Yes.
But he finds pace. He knows he can get a car moving, and he can get a car moving well. But it is fixed setup. These guys are all running exactly the same setup on these cars. So there's no advantage to be had from fiddling with the inner workings, as it were.
No, not at all. They're all somewhat on an even playing field. The only performance difference is the cars themselves that might be relatively well balanced to powered, aren't they?
Yeah, they are balanced of performance cars, but slightly different wheelbases, but largely the same. They're super silhouettes, so they're designed to provide fairly close but very aero-dependent racing. They are not the aero monsters that we did get with DTM at one point, which had so many aero gimmicks that at one point a car did puncture the radiator of the car in front with their front aero pieces. But there is a lot of aero on those cars, and that the DRS and push-to-pass are vital for getting a good lap.
No, absolutely, and as we say that, Dream Cuts subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, good sir. Good evening. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for supporting oNiD.
We've got Alfie has leapt up the board into third there.
That's a good lap from Alfie.
There's a lot of the fast racing drivers are in this evening.
Yeah. No, absolutely. There are.
So I know Raiden Shogun particularly was looking forward to this evening. It is his local track.
It is, isn't it, for him? That's quite bonkers, really, to have someone from Malaysia race with us here on the UK time zone.
I mean, local is a sliding scale. It's in the same country as him.
Wow. Oh, purple first sector from Raiden Shogun.
Yeah, but he was telling us last week he has driven this track in real life. He knows it very well.
If only.
And that Audi is looking very settled.
It is. Goes into, gets the apex very nicely into that first of second two right-handers there.
Yep. Going to be a run up to that sharp little uphill chicane.
It will unsettle the car on exit though.
It really does. Oh, a little bit of a screw, but he gets the power down well.
Oh, still marginally ahead on the sectors.
Yeah. Was it a little wide there? I think Raceroom's forgiven him on that one.
Got away with it.
Oh, took a lot of curb there.
Again, Raceroom.
Sparks flying. Raceroom does run what we refer to as esports track limits rather than realistic ones. They know where sim racers will take the mickey, so they set their track limits accordingly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they'll give you leeway in places where you probably wouldn't get it in real life.
Yeah.
But Raiden getting on the DRS again out of the last turn.
No!
He got it, not quite.
Lose it all in the final sector.
Yeah, lost a lot of time jumping over the curbs in that chicane there. He's got time for one more. No, he won't have time for one more lap.
No, that's it.
Because is anyone on lap? Alfie's on.
Alfie is on a lap. Not that bad.
No.
As it stands.
Two tenths off. If he can find the pace there, there's every possibility he can make that up. Stu Neal is starting a lap, so he's not going to be able to get another one in there.
Oh, massive move from Alfie.
Oof. Yeah, that's the loud pedal going wrong.
Stu's gone as well, so that's it.
Yeah. They're settled. Raiden's still going. But I think he's got the focus in front of his eyes that it's purple sectors, but it's not going to be any good because Raceroom does cut your lap off when it hits zero. It doesn't allow you time to finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of the little quirks. 4 tenths up. Oh, this is going to be agonising.
Gut wrenching.
That's going to cut him off.
Well, your starting positions are as follows: Janos Kovacs, then Raiden Shogun, Alfie Bevan, Stu Neal, Zach Silver, Daryl Wright, and Jay Middleton into the first race of 3 tonight. And then we'll have reverse grids, so race 2 and 3, dependent on the results of race 1 and 2 respectively.
So what, Raiden's still pushing to try and finish the lap no matter whether it's...
He had one corner. He couldn't quite make it, sadly. Obviously, just await the server to switch over to the race. We will, yeah, as I said, no, absolutely. And Polar Bear, subscribe to the channel, or Pol 4R, B4R. Polar Bear falls in, you know. Yeah, I could get away with Polar Bear, can't I? That's fine. You're not being picked up on OBS if I go here. That's very annoying. But what I will do is go back to the live images as we wait for all of the cars to get going. It was like for a couple of seconds I was talking to myself. It was very random.
It's not the first time you've done that, let's be honest.
No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. 15 minutes, race 1, with Kovacs on pole, with Shogun right alongside. We'll wait for the 5 lights to go out, and we are away!
Green. Everyone on a good start. I think everyone's finally figured out their launch control.
Just about, as we all go down. Into turn 1, Beaver and Shogun going at it. Shogun going around the outside.
Shogun on the puts him on the outside for the left-hander though. And that's
job done for now.
Gets through on. For some reason it told me I was looking at Raiden, but I was actually looking at someone else. It is actually Raiden Shogun into the lead.
Indeed,
he's going to want the wins. He is going to want the wins here.
Out the inside goes Alfie, but he can't make it work. Up into
very difficult to do at that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. So they all go single file through the middle sector. Alfie Beaven.
Alfie got hung up on the front of... I think that was Stu Neal's car there.
It was, absolutely, but they keep on going nonetheless.
I don't think it was anything deliberate. I think the two cars just clipped together as they were going through the chicane.
Oh, that's not going to go down well, no.
Alfie trying around the outside, gets it done.
Yeah, oh, big moment. Saves it though.
What, they're hanging together. You know who's up in 4th? Who's come through it? Jay Middleton has crept through the chaos and is chasing after Zach Silver in 3rd.
Yes, as well. And Alfie's round.
Alfie spins it.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That's going to be a lot of work for Alfie to do there.
Yes, he will get going now, but that is race sort of ruined for him.
Yeah. He's got the pace to catch up to the pack. Whether he'll be able to catch up and do anything is another matter entirely. It's weird because it's so long and because the straights are so wide. You get this sort of perspective that they're not going very fast down them, but they're doing a lot of speed.
Yeah.
Alfie into the pits.
Ooh.
I think he must be carrying damage from that contact with Stu Neal.
Oh, Jay Milton's round contact with Stu Neal.
Oh dear.
That was almost
a
bit of a...
Stu's making himself a popular boy this evening.
Like a pitbull manoeuvre there, really, from almost from Stu. I think maybe Jay turned into him and didn't realise he was there, perhaps.
Yeah, it's a very tight T1, T2 complex part of the track there, and it's very difficult to get the car balanced through it. Alfie has DNF'd for the first race. There was just too much damage to work out. Alfie doesn't really have a dog in the game when it comes to the championship. He was there for the first week. He hasn't been there for the last couple of weeks. So so he's focused on the races. He just wants to get results, and if he's miles off the back, I think he's just going to abandon this one, rather than repair the damage and come back out and go for it from race 2.
It's a shame. We'll probably have words. Well, maybe the race director will have words with certain Alfie if he doesn't really join. Well,
you can't rejoin with Raceroom. It might well have been that he intended to just go to the pits and rejoin, and once you do in Raceroom, it locks you out of the race.
11 minutes to go with Raiden Shogun leading away from Kovacs. Zach Silver third, Studio fourth. Right, and then Middleton with Alfie Beaver sadly, for whatever reason, unable to continue.
Yeah, I suspect he picked up a fair amount of damage from that contact with Stu at the start. These are delicate cars. They look quite tough, but they're not like GT3s. They are basically Formula cars in a skirt.
Yeah.
So if you take any kind of clatter in them, it does really affect the car, really affect the balance for the rest of the race. And with a 50-minute race, often as not, it's not worth continuing when you've got 2 more races you can take part in.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. And he may as well, if he sticks around, you'll get the reverse pole start as well, which is
indeed.
A bonus.
So Jay Middleton is chasing down Darrell Wright in 5th.
Yes, indeed.
So he's continuing, and he's looking quite planted in that Audi. I don't think Darrell's taken much part in this championship so far, has he?
No, not as of yet, but it'll be interesting to see if Jay can catch him. The only real battle happening on track at the minute, sadly, with just under, or just over 9.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, we are looking through the field, but I think those early instants have spread things out a bit. Raiden is driving off slightly. He's not being let go by Janos Kovacs, who is trying to chase him down. But home field advantage is with Raiden on this one.
Yeah, last lap for Raiden 151.8, and last lap for Kovac 151.9.
10th between them, so they're not going to. It's not going to be giving up the fight, and if Kovacs can find a bit of extra pace in there, he'll be quite happy to take the fight to Raiden up front. But in the meantime, Jay is still chasing down Darrell Wright for 5th place.
Yes, indeed.
And it looks like he's quite happy in that Audi.
For now, he looks happy. This is Jay what I'm talking about now.
It is, yeah. Happy as a sliding scale. Uses the push to pass out of the turn 1 and 2 complex, which is a bit of an odd place to use it. Gets on the DRS for the uphill straight. It's not really an overtaking spot. You can try and sling it up the inside if you're close enough. But often as not, especially in these cars, you'll end up spun.
No, absolutely. So you have to be careful, especially through here as well. With the DRS.
Yeah, this left-right flick can catch you out and can throw the car away. But Jay is looking a lot smoother than Darrell is through there.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily faster, but he's definitely smoother.
Might work with his advantage. 3-second gap now to Raiden and Janos in P1 and P2. Sadly, folks, this is the only battle we have for tonight, sadly. But for now.
Jay a little bit later on the brakes into the uphill chicane there. He just needs to keep it close enough that he can try and get a DRS move done on the 2 straights.
Let's jump on board and see if we can kind of analyse what Jay's doing in accordance with what Darrell's doing.
Found a lot of pace on that last right-hander there.
Yeah, did know. That gap will save and keep him safe for now. Jay still.
It's on the brakes.
Ooh, massive slide. Darrell.
Darrell just doesn't seem to be able to keep the rear end under control as he goes through the tight corners. I think he might be possibly a little over-ambitious on the loud pedal there, but
just a little bit.
Jay's using a lot more track to try and catch up with him.
Yeah.
Gets on the push to pass again out of the... I'm not sure why Darrell is still getting DRS, to be honest.
Is Darrell getting DRS?
It says I'm getting a DRS readout from him. I'm not sure he's actually got it. Oh, Jay goes a bit wide at the top of the hill there.
Yeah, but rejoined in a safe manner to keep it pointing in the right direction. 6 minutes to go. Nothing's changed.
Jump on down, see if we actually get a DRS readout, or whether it's just Raceroom's observer program.
Push to pass, he's still got.
Yeah, everyone gets one push to pass per lap, whether you're in sight of someone or not.
No DRS readout yet.
It's not quite that bad.
I'm still half asleep from the anaesthetic, goddammit. Anyway.
Yep, Jay closing up a lot. He's looking smooth in that Audi.
I think the Audi is just generally a lot more smooth than what the BMW is in stock default setups.
He is pressuring as well. DRS for Darryl out of the last turn.
How has Darryl got?
Which is strange. You'd think it would be only if you're within the 1 second of the car in front. I always thought that was the way. It might be wrong on that one. It might have been that you get free uses no matter what.
Not entirely sure. It's very random. Right, so Jay has used his last DRS.
Yeah. The problem is because that Darryl's getting the DRS in front, it's helping him keep Jay at bay. It's not really fulfilling its purpose there of giving a car who's chasing down a car in front an opportunity to make a pass.
No.
I mean, these are aero-dependent cars, and Raceroom does simulate the dirty air off them.
Yeah.
So you need... Well, I know a lot of people hate DRS, but I remember what it was like before DRS, and it was when you had one overtaker on track.
Yeah.
So I think there was a European Grand Prix at the horrible Valencia street circuit where there were exactly 0 on-track overtakes for the entire race.
Yeah.
And then DRS came in, and yes, you have a lot of overtakes, but you have to work to get there.
Yeah. Well, it's not the idea of DRS is not to make it easy, but to make it more doable.
Yeah. I mean, there were those early years where it didn't work properly and you were just streaming past cars in front.
Yeah.
But
or if
I remember the uphill.
Or if you're Red Bull season, cheat the DRS.
Dear. The uphill run at Istanbul was particularly bad for that, as I recall.
Yeah.
It's
holding station.
Just don't be a typical Mercedes fan, Aidan. Just because Red Bull are doing well doesn't mean they're cheating. That
car must be illegal the way it gains in its DRS zones. It must be.
Or alternatively, it's that Adrian Newey's an aerodynamics wizard and knows what he's doing more than anyone else.
To be fair, his CCs for his masters or doctorate or whatever it is was in ground effect.
Yeah. We've always known that Adrian Newey is a wizard when it comes to aerodynamics.
It's especially ground effect. So it's Adrian Newey.
Yeah. Don't be bitter. I'm going to say to everyone, don't be that fan who starts accusing other teams of cheating just because your team's not winning anymore. It's the worst thing about any kind of F1 fan. 2.5
minutes to go with Raiden still
rant over, promise. Yeah, it has settled a bit at this point. We've got six drivers still on track, and Raiden is pulling away into a composed lead here. It's not quite Verstappen-esque, but it's definitely got a bit of that. 5 second lead in equalised cars in 13 minutes is nothing to be sniffed at.
No, absolutely. 7 laps we've had. Oh, Stu Neal's catching Zach Silver.
Stu Neal is catching Zach Silver. He's on the push to pass out of the right-hander onto the back straight.
I will try and say my words correctly. Honest.
We'll get there eventually. It's all good.
It's just made worse. What's happened? I'm sorry. I'm an emotional wreck. Anyway.
Let's see, is Stu getting on the DRS? No, he doesn't actually have any DRS to use. It's being a little bit inconsistent in whether it's giving people DRS access, I will say.
Yes. Oh, meantime, Jay's challenging.
Jay's finally got himself a position. It's very tight through the hairpin there, and he's right under that rear wing.
Went for the over-under and got him a bit.
I will say, Darrell had a lot of speed there. He's found just enough to clear his way out. Jake, Darrell spins.
Hey, yup. There he goes.
And to be honest, I'd say that's a crack under pressure.
I think so as well. Jay closing the door and then trying to slam it down, and the locks just give way.
Nutfest.
Really?
Yes.
Bloody soundboard.
We love the soundboard.
Yes, we do love the soundboard, don't we? Suck it up, buttercup.
Oh dear. If ever gets picked. Alfie has posted in the chat, I found out the hard way, if you return to garage, you can't go back on track. You're not the first, Alfie, you will not be the last. We've all done that in Raceroom. You think you can go back to the garage and go back out, but no, it's it definitely throws you off.
Indeed. Oh, Stu Nil and Silver going at it for P3. This will be going on to the last lap as Logan has crossed the line before the time ran out.
To go. And we've got Gary in the chat saying hello. Oh, Zach goes for the moves. Going to go for a cut back on Stu. Can he get the power down? This is going to be tight.
Tucks into the slipstream, so get a nose up the inside of turn one on the brakes. They go.
Got on the brilliant use of the push to pass there.
Yeah,
used it just right. Stu using all that touring car nous that he showed last season, tucking up right underneath the rear wing. Not necessarily as good an idea in these cars because you're getting a lot of wash off that car in front.
Yeah, absolutely. But Stino's going to stay tucked in to that slipstream. As Raiden Shogun is shortly going to come across the line. He's got another half lap to go actually. So we'll stay with 2-0 and
going into the FL chicane. I think Stu's found that sweet spot where the aero isn't unsettling the car, but it's not letting Zach get away from him either.
No, not at all.
Just going to have to tuck in there. Has he got DRS? I'm not seeing a DRS reading for him.
No DRS for Stu Nil, sadly. It's a classic curb there.
Yeah, but he has got the push to pass there, and he's going to need it as well unless he can find about, I'd say about half a second, 3 tenths to half a second. He needs to get back to make that push to pass work under the rear ring of Zach.
No, absolutely. But we'll stay with the race leader as they're going to come across the line. Congratulations to Raiden Shogun, race winner for race 1 of round 4 here at Sepang. Janos Kovacs will bring up second place.
Stu on the push to pass. Zach is ahead of him into the hairpin.
Third and fourth still yet to be decided as we join the battle now. Zach Silver looks like just about head out.
Yeah, he's made that, but he's gets the defence, blocks Stu off. But a very good fight from these two at the end there.
Absolutely. Next two cars we're going to wait for to come across the line is Jay Middleton and Darrell Wright.
Jay Middleton in fifth, a very credible 5th place considering the people around him.
Absolutely. As he comes through the final corner, gets his foot down sensibly. And congratulations, Jay Middleton, you're not last.
So Jay has looked very good. Jay knows his pace. And he's looked very composed in that car.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly with Alfie Beaven bringing up the rear as well as a DNF for that race. Now before we get talking again, I am just going to make sure that our wonderful stream can hear you, Ben. Yes. Absolutely. Sadly, they still cannot hear you. Bear with me, Master Ben. Right, let's try that.
Hello? Are we here?
Yes! Yes!
We live, we breathe, and yes, we've been chucked out of the server. Okay.
Why does OBS always throw a hissy fit when it doesn't want to capture your Discord voice channel? It's very random.
To be honest, most people wish my voice wasn't captured at the best of times.
Yeah. We love you really, Ben.
Oh, I can't quite yet because it's switching sessions.
Ugh, rude.
You know, it used to do this occasionally. It's weird now that it started doing it every single round.
Yeah. Right.
Of course, we are back in, and of course, this is for now our last season of the Raceroom Championship. We will be running a Assetto Corsa on Monday nights after this season finishes.
Indeed, we will be. Yet to decide what cars we're going to use, I believe.
Oh no, we know exactly what cars we're using on Monday. It is going to be the Mini Cooper.
Oh yes,
classic Mini Coopers, 4 gears,
low and slow.
Oh yes.
Well, we'll see.
Right now,
4 lights turn on, and then go out for what is the start of race 2. Alfie Beaven will lead the way up pole position, followed by Daryl.
Yeah, I've still got cars loading in, which is entertaining. But Alfie's on that inside line into the turn 1 and 2 complex.
Indeed, yeah. I'm going up to the inside. Look at that, it's Jay Middleton.
Oh, what a move!
But it goes deep.
It's not going to last, but what a move by Jay. That was Jay's moment of glory.
Slides it up the inside and sadly goes completely deep for turn 2 and drops back to 4.
Yeah.
And now has to defend from Raiden Shogun. Yeah, Raiden Shogun trying to make his way through.
3 wide into that turn. Does not use. How have they made that work?
I don't know.
Great work from all these guys getting through there. They're going to go into the left-right flick.
Flickety flick.
Feels great in these cars because you can just feel the car working underneath you as you go through the turns.
Raiden Shogun's going to get the move done on Janos there.
Yeah, that double right-hander is an underrated overtaking spot.
Indeed.
It's very easy to make it work there. Here, not so much. No. You'd think at the end of a straight it'd be a good place for it, but that uphill section just unsettles the car, especially in ones as shall we say, Larry as these.
Massive twitch from Raiders. They try to get the way around Jay Middleton. He's going to look around the outside, can't make it work. There's a J train forming.
Jay is holding on for dear life.
Big dive by
Smear up the inside. Bit of doorstep. Oh, that was a very hip and shoulder.
That was.
I think Jay has kept it out of the wall. It doesn't look like he's taken too much damage. Oh jeez. It's a little bit of a weave. I think he was just trying to clean off his tyres there.
Absolutely. His Raceroom will simulate that, so he has to be careful in the next few corners.
Yeah, he's not falling off the back though. If these guys are going to be fighting in front, Jay's going to have plenty of time to get back into play here. But in rugby parlance, that was a bit hip and shoulder from Stu Neal there.
Just a little bit. Up the inside of the penultimate turn, and Stu's round.
Yeah, that's his Stu round. Just keeps it out of the barrier by the skin of his teeth there.
He gave it a little love tap, but it gets away with any heavy damage.
Yeah, because that rear wing will disintegrate if you breathe at it wrong. So
yeah,
the damage settings for the DTM cars are a bit extreme. So what, our race 1 and 2, race P1 and P2 are fighting again in the mid-pack. Alfie is leading away with a 2.5 clear from Zach Silver up the front, and Daryl Wright is chasing them down.
Dear God, we'll stick around for that battle and see what happens there, but meanwhile, Janos Kovacs is still trying to catch Raiden, and Raiden in turn is catching Daryl Wright.
Yeah, and what we're getting is a great example of why we do reverse grid races.
Yeah, exactly. Does spice things up completely. Raiden now within DRS range of Daryl, and I think Janos, when they come to the start-finish straight, will just about be in DRS range as well of Raiden. So Yet another DRS train. Well, I say that is Raiden having a look up the inside.
Yeah,
Last turn.
let's see what the usages are like.
Oh, Janos goes very deep.
Oh, Daryl gets a bit shaky.
I do apologise. Daryl goes very deep, should I say?
Yeah, Daryl got a little bit squirty out of that last week. Weirdly, he seems to be having struggles with the rear end coming out of corners, and these are very twitchy cars. Once you put the power down,
yeah,
they will spin at you if you breathe in the wrong direction.
Absolutely.
But it's held it together, and the three of them are still very close with 3 uses of DRS each.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Daryl, Janos, and Janos, Janos,
and Raiden.
And Raiden, should I say?
Raiden trying to break away so he can go off and fight with Zach instead, but
well, he's got a big gap to make up to Zach, about 1.8 seconds.
That's if you ever wanted a home field advantage to play to your strengths. Now's the time. But Janos is crawling over the back down. He's had a little look up the inside up into the uphill section. Thought better of it. They're still showing 3 DRSs each. I'm not sure. I'm assuming they're going to save them for the two straights.
I would assume so as well. A smart man would assume that.
Daryl clattering the diffuser over the curbs there. Won't do too much damage to it, but it definitely sends the fireworks going. Both of them on the DRS out of the last turn. Janos to the inside. The DRS though can sling you wide under braking, but he's got it done. Keeps it nice and smooth through. Gets on the push to pass and the DRS out the hairpin.
That move done? Yeah, it's just about moving.
Yeah, he is through. He's got through and pulled a second already. Just put all the power and all the bonus power down from out of the last hairpin, and that was all she wrote on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the meantime,
a couple other battles.
Raiden.
Yeah.
Raiden is closing Zach Silver down. Stu Neal is closing Jay Middleton down for the wooden spoon prize.
Yeah. Oh, hello. I've got exclamation marks for Daryl. Daryl spun. Daryl Wright has had a spin.
Yeah, he's had a spin. He's
Jay and Stu into the mix.
Yeah, they're just about 2 seconds behind him, but depending on whether he's clattered anything, it's going to give them a chance to catch up, and he's certainly going to have dirty tyres, which take a little while to come back to you on these cars.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see the battle ongoing,
Stu crawling over the back of the Raiden is right under the rear wing of Zach Silver for second place here.
Let's have a go, shall we? Stick with this battle. Push to pass. They're both using of the
push to pass DRS as well out of the last hairpin. Goes to the inside. That's a massive overspeed for Raiden there.
Yeah, about
huge overspeed. But Zach slinging it around the outside. Don't think he could quite make that work. It was worth a try.
It was worth a try. He has to yield there, I think. Yeah. Oh, Zach's still in the.
Zach is not known for giving up on battles. He's going to go to the outside. If he can hang around the outside in turn 1, that'll put him on. He'll try. That'll put him on the inside for the next turn.
Has he made it work? No. It has a wobble on exit.
Little twitch.
So Studio has made a move for Jay Middleton in the back of the grid, sadly. So Jay's now dropped back down to 7th and is still within DRS, but his gap is slowly opening.
Zach is still on the attack. That's almost poetic.
You apparently didn't know it.
I mean, I'm published, but you know. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one. I could not resist that one. Yeah, Zach is not letting Raiden go. He's going to be driving very hard in that...
who's that spun?
Oh, that's Alfie.
Is that Alfie, the race leader, spun?
He has indeed. He spun it, and that's put Raiden through his lead. He's having to reverse to try and flick it round. So, careful, Alfie. Watch your radar.
Oh,
gets around, but he has dropped down to the 4th. It's that uphill section. It does catch you out when you put the power down.
Well, a race win has definitely slid away from Alfie Beaver now, sadly.
Yeah, nearly 8.5 seconds off the back of Kovacs in front.
Oh dear.
Zach Silver is still holding on in second somehow. But Raiden Shogun, who that's a man who wants 3 wins at his home circuit there, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. So he's a man on a mission, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Stu Nildo is within DRS for not the spinning Daryl Wright, that was Alfie Beaver, but nonetheless Daryl Wright still under attack from Stu. Quite vulnerable,
yep.
No DRS himself. He has a push to pass. He can use that.
Neither of these guys getting DRS on this lap, which is strange. I'm not quite sure how the game is allotting its DRS at this point.
No, neither am I, sadly. Be nice to know. But yeah, no, I don't think there's any DRS to Stu at the minute. If he has got it, he hasn't used it yet. Why the hell would he use it?
Yeah, he's clinging onto the back of Darryl right there, tooth and nail. But
we've got a battle developing for P3 though.
Yeah, Janis Kovacs on the back of Zach Silver.
Correction.
DRS open.
P2, should I say?
P2 in the little uphill kink. Zach brakes a little bit there. He's got just got a little half a car length on Janos there, but it's still very tight between these two. And all this time they're letting Raiden is going to be getting away ahead of them, but I don't think there's much they can do to stop him on this one.
No, sadly not.
Zach using a lot of the road, making sure he's got plenty of space to turn in on that right-hander. Janos on the DRS.
Yeah. Let's have a look up the inside.
Zach, yeah, he was left the maximum width he could get away with there, didn't he?
Zach tries to get the over. That's a massive moment.
Yeah, big slide as he got twitch of the car as he got on the power, but he's held on to it and he's still going. So what, Zach has come on leaps and bounds from when he first started racing with us, and I know you can race very well on a controller. We've got lots of people who race well on controllers. Zach has absolutely come into his own once he got himself a wheel.
Yeah. The difference is night and day.
Yeah. The amount of racing and the amount of racecraft he's starting to show is definitely marked improvement from when he first started bumping heads with people.
Oh yes, and I think me and him have had more run-ins than most back in the those days.
I think everyone has at some point. It's almost legendary for it.
It's a rite of passage.
Weirdly, he's quite likeable despite it.
Yes, indeed. It is a rite of passage to get taken out by Zach every now and again. Zach, if you're watching this back, we love you, man. And you know it.
We abuse because we like you.
That's a very funny way of showing it, you know. Our fondness of you is...
We are definitely going to get messages from you going, what the hell? On this lot.
What? Yeah. Our fondness of you is shown through the amount of abuse you receive, so
we have settled slightly. I think we might be going on to the last lap. If not, it's going to be very tight. Yeah, it's going to be last lap next time around.
Spicy. Where is Raiden? Yeah, it'll definitely be the last lap.
Yeah.
By about 5
It'll be about 5 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
So Raiden has not walked away with this one the way he did with the first one. But he's benefited from fights behind him. But,
yes, he has, hasn't he?
Slightly, sadly, it has settled down a bit behind him though. Got Jay propping up the pack and he's 5 seconds off Darryl in front. that was probably the closest to anyone else on about 1.5 seconds back from Stu Neal.
Yeah.
Alfie has held on to that 4th position after dropping from the race lead but he's 8 seconds off the back of Zach, who's coming in for a very credible 3rd here.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been in most battles throughout this race, so he's definitely held on well there. And then Janos in P2, 4 seconds off the back of Raiden.
Stu Neal spun. And that gives
indeed, and Jay goes through into P6. He is like a vulture, is Jay, swooping to pick up those positions.
Picking up the scraps, indeed. Actually, that sounds really bad, doesn't it? Anyway.
I know Jay's always up for a scrap, especially if it's on track.
SimRacing Psycho, good evening, sir. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by. I just got a note. SimRacing Sev, G-Sev himself, getting in on the action of this stream tonight in his base camp with 4G-ish mobile phone signal.
In the middle of the Lake District.
In the middle of the Lake, very wet mobile.
You're lucky you haven't. It's like, mate, you're lucky you haven't been eaten by the locals.
It's a Lake District, what locals are there? And on that note, Raiden Shogun crosses the line and takes the 2nd win of this 4th round here at the circuit.
That is
Sepang.
Definitely a man who wants 3 wins. He wants a 3 from 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Janos comes across the 2nd. P3 for Zach Silver. 13 seconds behind Zach, though. It's a battle for 4th and 5th. I think Alfie's going to get it ahead of the line.
Yeah.
Jay's had a moment on the last corner.
Big off on the last turn and drops to 7th.
Oh, Jay.
Oh, Jay.
That's your final order, folks. Shogun.
Pole position for the next race.
Yeah. Pole position for Jay, but that is your finishing order. Shogun, Kovac, Silver, Beaver, White, Neil, and Middleton. 5 minutes ahead, folks. You'll get your starting grid for next race. Cool.
Let's have I'm going to have a cheeky look at the standings while I'm here.
Very cheeky, good sir.
Let's have a look. Right. At the moment, I think Janos is still going to be leading the championship. Raiden will have leapt up quite substantially from these couple of races.
Oh. Cheeky.
But I think he's missed a week. He has, in fact. He's at 3 races less than the top 4. So I think Janos will hold on to the lead.
Yeah.
But behind him, I think Zach is going to pull away from Stu Neal. And I don't think Janos is going to pull too many points away from Zach. So it's actually Zach Silver versus Janos Kovacs, very tight for the championship at the moment.
Groovy.
Which is not a phrase I ever thought I'd say.
I don't think it's a phrase anyone would think that would be said, really. Let's be honest, bless him. Can we join?
Come on, let me back into the set. There we go. Doing a very nice advert for the Asher Racing steering wheel, which I cannot afford.
And I've got adverts for saying, "What Raceroom are hiring?"
Yeah.
Huzzah! There we are, back on track with 40 seconds to go until we go for our final 15-minute race of this evening.
Rob just saying hi in chat again. Hi, Rob.
Hello. Wunderbar. It's Dutch now.
See
anyway. Right, 5 lights are on.
Right.
And we're
away.
Drive-through penalty for Shogun.
Oh, Raiden false starts it.
Yeah, full start for Raiden Shogun. Drive-through penalty.
That puts a kibosh on that 3 from 3.
We're going to have to sell it straight away. Yeah, we've got definitely a drive.
He's going to have 3 laps to serve it, but that's going to drop him right off the back.
It is. We're still fighting to try and get through, bless him.
Yeah. He's going to need to. He's going to have to push through and try and gain some places. But
he's in P3 now after 1 turn. Might become P2. No, it won't be.
Yeah.
Why to avoid
Jay Middleton up into second.
Yeah, I mean, he did start on pole.
Yeah, Alfie grabs second off him, but Jay's holding in there.
He is indeed for now, but look at his shoulder trying to make his way up the inside.
Yeah.
He knows he's made a mistake. He's trying to make a move, but can't make it work. Sadly, it's 2-0 up in the background.
Stu Neal had us. Was that Stu Neal?
That is Stu Neal.
Yes, it was Stu Neal. Sorry, my awful reality went a bit too low for a second. There you go. Stu puts it round and puts it in the wall.
Side with Reid and then Jay though, and Reid has got the better of Jay up into P3.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. He's going to have. The only way he would not end up off the back is by if he got out into the lead by about 20 seconds. It's a Grand Prix length pit lane. Oh, Raiden spins it,
and so is Janusz Kovacs.
Janusz Kovacs, and that's. Tell you what, who's sitting pretty here for the championship lead.
Oh, Raider's got so much damage.
Oh god, yeah, he's that's not a pretty looking car.
That's a crabbing car.
Yeah, I think that might be a retirement, and I wouldn't blame him if he did, to be honest, because that's going to be a long repair time, and then he will still have to serve a drive-through.
So what is he going to do? He's going to go into pits. Is this going to be a drive? Is he going to do a drive? I'm not sure. Well, he did spin trying to get going again. Not sure if that was just him in an annoyance floor.
He's looking a bit fast into the pit lane there. God, that's going to be interminable. That crawl down this long pit lane.
Oh, Raiden. He's going to go 14 seconds, now 15 seconds. This is going to be a drive-through, so he's going to try and get back.
Yeah.
12 minutes.
If he... Not a chance. He's going to be 40 seconds off the back.
He is 26, 27.
26.75 off the back. Yeah, there's no way he's going to make it. I would not blame him if he chose to retire on this one.
Well, he didn't get another penalty. So
yeah, we don't encourage rage quitting. I wouldn't define having a very damaged car and being 30 seconds off the back of the pack to be a rage quit at this point.
Well, he is keeping going, bless him.
Still points though, yeah. I wonder if he took as much... I'm not getting any damage readouts for the car.
No.
Which normally you get something. Might be suspension, which is the one thing we don't get a reading for. But
what's happened here? That's a spinner, Darryl Wright.
Darryl Wright, that's Jay Middleton through into third. Zach Silver's dropped back a bit. Well, Janos is up into second.
Janos into second. Darryl Wright is now dropped to fifth, sadly. Yeah, hold on. Wright was our second place runner at that time, wasn't he?
Yeah, we've missed a chunk while we were watching Raiden Poodle down the pit lane there, and I'm quite sorry for that. We've done very much a traditional F1 coverage issue there.
So how is the race going, gents? The races are going interestingly. For 7 drivers, we are not short of entertainment. Well, we have a couple of times been short of entertainment, but there's always
not for any fault of these guys. They're certainly trying.
They absolutely are trying for sure.
Yep, Zach. I don't know what happened to Zach there, because he was ahead of Janos.
Interesting. Well, it's a battle brewing for 4th, 5th and 6th. 2 seconds pretty much between these drivers.
I've just got a slap across the back of the head from my missus for some reason.
Oh dear. I'm sure you'll find out later on.
Yeah, I probably deserved it, to be honest.
Just disagree with that before you get another step. I
just got a 2-finger salute for the privilege as well.
Oh, well, at least it wasn't another slap.
I mean, inevitably I will have deserved it. But,
well, you know what I want to say to that, Ben? Suck it up, buttercup.
Fair. In the meantime, the closest battle on track we've got is Darryl, who's trying to close down Zach Silver for that 4th place.
trying to.
The pendulum of the championship has switched back because Zach was having a...
Dallas
spins!
I definitely wasn't expecting him.
I was. Cheeky rejoin, but he had plenty of space, to be honest. Back to Raiden in 7th place.
Yeah, he's 18 seconds off the lead. He's close to
that
big time, but...
That has slightly killed our...
has, to be fair. Actually, I say that 17 seconds off P6 is actually 41 seconds.
This is starting to look a bit like a mid-2010s DTM race.
Yes, sounds about right.
And those who used to watch DTM in the mid-2010s know exactly what I mean. Because it was a bit like a mid-2010s Formula 1 race as well.
What, the one with only 4 cars that started and 3 cars that finished?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm just about old enough to remember that.
In the meantime, Stu Neal is trying to track down Zach Silver. He's 1.7 seconds off, so that's the closest gap we've got on track. Zach is still in contention for the championship here, because with a grid this small, Kovacs is not gaining massive points gaps over him. And it is coming down to next week, which is Raceroom Bridge, which Zach has done a lot of ranked racing on Raceroom. He will be intimately familiar with Raceroom, which he probably dreams in that colour palette.
He's probably blindfolded one of these cars and he'll still be able to do it.
Yeah.
Right, Stu Neal sadly is now dropped to about 2.5 seconds, sadly. But who's that? Zach Silver's off. No, Jay Middleton's off.
Jay
jumps to 4th, and now is in within Stu Neal.
Yeah, promoting Zach Silver to 3rd place, but he's a long way off Janis Kovacs in 2nd.
Yes, and Jay does have DRS though to defend against Stu Neal, because Stu Neal will have DRS as well.
Yeah, both of them on the DRS down the long straight into turn 1.
Yeah, the button that makes your car a bit more slippery. Stu thinks about going on the inside, doesn't quite make it.
Every single steering input feels magnified by about 400 times when you've got that DRS open. It just absolutely makes the car a handful. But if you use it in the right places, Jay using it up the hill there, so he's going to have 1 less than Stu. They both got their refill. They had 3 uses over the start-finish line. So Jay's on 2, Stu's on 3. I don't know where Stu's going to pick to use it.
Stu's already uses push to pass. That's interesting.
Yeah. Jay's used his as well. It's going to come down to where they're going to have to be tactical about their DRS usage.
Yeah.
But it's like, where can you use it? You can't use from this point onwards. You can't really use it anywhere until you get to the back straight. Because if you do, you're just going to sling the car into the barriers. Stu goes wide. Looked at the tyre, the left-hand tyre's a bit there.
That's going to be a finger wagging from the game, I'm sure.
Yes, it will definitely have told him that's an invalid lap. Possibly a slowdown penalty, but if you know what you're doing, it's not difficult to get rid of your slowdown penalties on Raceroom. Exactly. Both of them on the DRS down the back straight. Yeah. Stu's left somewhere. Stu has left time on the table there by not using taking that third DRS usage. He's going to get on it again out of the last turn, but both of them are on it. Let's see if we get refills.
Nothing for Stu.
Nothing for Jay either. No DRSs on that lap. I missed something in the 2020 rule set for DTMs. Because you'd think it should be refilling the DRS here.
Where's the detection point? Is the main question.
Well, it's not even a detection point, is it? It's at the start-finish line. Because Raceroom's never programmed in detection points for it. It's start-finish line, then you get free uses throughout the lap.
Yeah. Well, sadly, that is the last battle that we have on track as of this time, with Alfie Beaver leading the way.
Yeah, it has settled down a little bit. One of the problems with a long Grand Prix length track, it can get a bit spread out at times, especially if you've had a few ups and downs the way we have. Stu is trying. Raven Shogun has managed to pass Darryl Wright for the sixth place.
So Braid has now got 16 seconds to make up on Stu now.
Yeah, the recovery's on, but
the recovery drive is on, but
3.5 minutes, so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. And Stu now on the tail of Jay here, 0.2 of a second. No DRS, but never mind. He's going to have a look up the inside and gets the move done. Jay's going to go for the over-under potentially. Stu makes it very hard for him to do so. Stops the car on the apex and then floors it for the
Darryl has a massive spin in the rear there out of the last right-hander.
Well, Darryl will keep it going as Jay's going to look up the inside of Stu.
That's not going to be a... Makes the move, gets it on the inside for turn 2. Gets on the car, plants it, gets the push to pass down. No DRS for either car. So, Jay using what little extra power he has, but Stu's going to have the advantage of the push to pass at some point if he can stay on Jay's back.
Of which he is.
Yeah, keeping very close through the left-hand, right-hand flick. Jay taking a lot more curb.
He is. I wonder if that's where he's losing a bit of time.
Could well be.
Taking curb where he shouldn't and not taking curb where he can. I think that's
but from in the uphill section, Stu took a lot of the inside curve, and that puts you at a very odd angle for the rest of the turn.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
Jay's got his lines down here. He's you can see him picking exactly where to place the car. He's got himself sorted there. The braking zone into that sharp right-hander for the penultimate turn is a weird one because the track widens massively, but Stu is on the push to pass.
Yeah, he's going to have a look up the inside.
Cuts back to the inside, gets alongside. I think that's moved on there, but Jay might be able to come back at him. And this is gonna be the last lap, I reckon. Oh, Jay falls about it. Thought about the inside line there.
Swing it out wide. But
nearly destabilised the car. Is he going to hold on to his push to pass?
He is. He's not using it
yet. He is. He's not using it. That's been his preferred spot for it throughout the rest of the race. He's got to try and get right under Stu's rear wing. Get that push to pass out of the turn. Get the power down. It's a 60 horsepower boost, which doesn't sound much.
Yeah.
But it boosts the car's engine power from 580 to 640 would be by my maths.
Yeah, just about. I reckon. I think that math makes sense.
So yes, given the amount of power these cars have, but they're equalised. That push to pass makes a lot of does a lot of heavy lifting if you use it in the right place.
Indeed, it does. I just want to take a moment to go with Alfie Beaven and say congratulations to Alfie, race winner of race 3 of this evening. Congratulations. Comes across the line in a celebratory manner.
There's a horrible image from slinging it into the wall on the line there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's in second.
Zach Silver will bring it up into the final podium position in P3. The battle between Stu Neal and Jay Middleton has now calmed down with...
Yeah, just didn't have anywhere to get the done there, so Jay's brings it home for... Stu and Jay bring it home for a credible 4th and 5th there.
Indeed. Raiden Shogun, a recovery drive from a false start, and he is crabbing, look at that.
Yeah, that... I'm not sure whether that's lag or card damage there, it could be either. But it's I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a happy car there. If he gets it across the line for 6th place.
I think that's pat on the back job done there for Raiden at his home, at his national circuit.
2 wins from 3, very credit. He's done himself proud there. And Daryl finally fastest lap as well.
Fastest lap.
And that would have been after the damage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, fantastic driving from everyone. Finish in order: Bevan, Kovacs, Silver, Neal, Middleton, Shogun, and Wright. And breathe.
Yeah. That's 3 races of DTM action.
And 3 races still to go next week at Raceroom Bridge for the season finale. Sadly, we will be saying goodbye to Raceroom for now. AC will be replacing Raceroom on a Monday night and leaving a gap for something else to happen potentially on a Tuesday, with nothing confirmed yet for our Tuesday streams, but Raceroom making a move after Super Tours has finished onto our wonderful YouTube channel on a Monday instead of a Tuesday in about 3 weeks time. Maths? Yes, 3 weeks.
I'm trying to who snuck in there?
Who has snuck in there?
I heard someone sneaking. Oh, I see who snuck into the comms booth there. Yeah. Yeah. Hello there, Rob. Did you enjoy what you saw there?
You know, I'm always taught that if you have nothing nice to say, just be quiet.
Right, let's have a look.
No, you did an absolutely fabulous job to try and make it exciting.
Yeah.
Sadly, there's only so much you can do, right? I mean,
7 cars on track. These guys are racing each other hard.
Oh, absolutely, and they're probably enjoying. It's just at a certain moment you get gaps and literally nothing happens.
Yeah, that's
you can't just. Well, you can talk, but you can't make it exciting. I mean,
well, we do try.
That's what I mean. That with there's only so much you two can do, you know.
No, bless you. Well, we do enjoy what we do with the stream, indeed, and it's sad to say that we are losing Raceroom, as I said, on a Monday, and we're moving the AC up from the Tuesday. But nonetheless, we have a very loyal racer player base. It's just the same. I said this to you guys
it's not any of these guys' fault that we're actually racing. The player base is dropping. It is in the summer lull. I'm sure we will revisit it in the future and see what we can do.
Indeed.
Yes.
On that slightly solemn note, I am going to have to sadly end the stream. I am knackered. I'll get off and get some bits sorted before I fall asleep from painkillers.
The best kind of sleep.
The best kind of sleep. The ones that are induced by things that make me feel numb. Anyway. God, that was dark,
wasn't it?
That was dark. That was alarmingly dark. I don't know where that came from. On that dreary, miserable note, we will sign off stream. Next week.
Join us tomorrow for the Super Tours.
Yes,
for the season finale of the Super Tours Championship.
Indeed, Super Tours, sponsored by SuperTouring.tv tomorrow night. Same place, round about the same time. I will be back with you with the good old Mr. Ben Myatt.
Less of the old, thank you.
The young, youthful, energetic and vibrant Ben Myatt.
Much better.
Who's probably going to go to his Nina Zimmer frame sooner than I ever will. I love you, really. Guys, sign off stream. Thank you very much. We will speak to you soon. Take care till then.